Etiefo memo bibia kwaba eba Melodies TV so. You see, Afenyo Markin incurs the wrath of minority for secretly inviting Supreme Court nominees for vetting. Now, say Yamamoti Asie say Supreme Court nominees biya ba ye pese ye de judges no elko Supreme Court. Na masanso amamoti Asie se eba ne sana eya na Parliament vetting committee e was say wo mo vet judges no. Na say no vetting him ende I've seen a video of the NDC minority a wo mo vetting committee ne so. Omobuefu a wo mo kasa by heart enya asem keswa. Na nini nemu no say ye say Afenyo Markin wa invite Supreme Court nominees no secretly wa invite omo for vetting eno na ama ebufuo aiden aba yenkenkan yenhwe what Afenyo Markin did na yewia ye wonsem kan etre ye papa Afenyo Markin. As the drama unfolded in a meeting between members of the minority and their colleagues from the majority in Parliament who serve on the appointment committee of Parliament. This was after the minority members of Parliament, National Democratic Congress MPs, openly chastised the majority leader, Alexander Kwamena Afenyo Markin, over what has emerged as his secret move at inviting the new Supreme Court nominees for vetting at a time that was not agreed on by the committee. In the secret move, and you say Afenyo Markin secretly, Endumre say yebeye vetting no. Secretly wakwa ko friend nominees no say womomra na omovet. And seriously, I don't understand. Maybe a communication error. Maybe there was some miscommunication somewhere. But indeed, if any miscommunication pa nanka say there was an ulterior motive from Afenyo Markin there. Well, I don't know. Seriously. But I mean secretly how will you secretly go and call nominees? Like it has never happened before. No mo person mo from na secretly no. Omoma only MPP 4 MPs ne peneti. No mo pen ebe kwa call veti nominees no mo veti omo we are no more approve omo no more ka say the vetting committee are approving nominees no to the Supreme Court and I mean seriously I'm trying to find the reasoning behind why Afenyo Markin will do something like this. Also in audio recordings acquired by Ghana West parliamentary correspondent Nimatu Yakubu Atuyesi during the meeting of the MPs on Tuesday, July 30th, 2024, members of the minority took turns to express their disappointment in the majority leader. Mahama Ayarega, one of the MPs who first expressed his disappointment at his move, wondered why there was such a rush by the majority to have the nominees vetted. In the NDC for Ekatra Afenyo Markin say, we go home anymore ase. Na petre mo pese mo vetting crofo yi bi entia. I say clearly no mo pese mo magana for hu ne say you have some bonibi etechri. I say leader, we were here yesterday. You had a meeting at which we discussed this matter and said we do not want to embarrass these judges. It is a new appointment committee. Notice was served to the nominees to come without us having had a meeting. No meeting notice was served to the public to produce memos with no meeting. Then yesterday we met and said, what is the rush? We have a lot of time. So let's take our time and not embarrass. So let's take our time. Let's take our time. So, also, let's take our time and not embarrass these judges. Let's do a decent job only to see in a midnight WhatsApp message exchanges that we are being summoned as a committee to come and vet these people. It has someone can say, Embra wo mo ye meeting wa de we eso no. Ade a wo mo ka say omo empemre na omo ntenase na judge si omo nya nkola omo beso aso mbe rashi na ya ye omo vetting bi na akwa ye se nimguase bi ababe da bi yen pemre ne ntenase na ade we ya ye king na petre ye be hwe ane se ahomachi WhatsApp message adan by force yembra ne yembe vet judges no na what be that? On his part, the minority chief whip, Kwame Govins Abuja, described the move by Afenyo Markin as an illegal one, intended to smear the hard-won integrities of the Supreme Court nominees. It was Afenyo Markin idea wo ye ade bia etiamra. Na Afenyo Markin kra wo nim se ade a wo ye ne kra no. Ebegu Supreme Court judges na nimu ase. I can confirm that when I came in here this morning, only GTV was here. So we asked, what about the other parliamentary press corps? We didn't get any proper answer. So the minority leader directed that let the parliamentary press corps be here. So that is the fact. So I don't know whether they wanted to do the thing fast so that Ghana for once because you're seeing a media crano. GTV pen ho. Other media platforms no omu ni ho. Because once say na omu ye vetting bi other media platforms so cover na omu ma yehu. Inti meaning say na by force omo person mo ye ne suma sibi na emba medani asem say Ghana for asem by force yenye na judges no yen for mo go Supreme Court ho say I seriously don't understand what's going on. Just to add, Chairman, you have called an illegal meeting, a meeting to vet members of the apex court of our land. The Supreme Court called of our land. The Supreme Court called at midnight can only be an illegal meeting or ill-motivated meeting. What will be the reason why a party in government would like to vet very respected people in this country, where if all of us disagree, they are the ones who will step in for us? Their vetting will be such a controversy. I put on the platform, don't actually smear the Supreme Court judges by getting them involved in this shabby arrangement because there is no rush. In fact, there is no vacancy at the Supreme Court, which is detrimental to the delivery of justice as we speak. And then we are told that the majority leader came back and rubbished all that we have done, including his members on the committee. So I consider this meeting as an illegal meeting to put together members of a legal committee. How can this be? Nobody on this team is against any judge. In fact, we actually want more of them to be vetted in a decorous and respectful way. So nobody should blame the judges. The problem being created is created by President Akufo-Addo, Bawumia-led majority in parliament. He also added. Atuforcing, the minority also unhappy about the turn of things, put together a list of things his compatriots on the majority side had done, calling them sins. Atuforcing in sun semwa okanye. I am honestly appalled. You have broken the trust of the NDC minority caucus, and you have committed a number of sins. And I'll tell you the sins you have committed. Your first sin, you unilaterally wrote a letter to the nominees inviting them for vetting without the input of the appointment committee. It's a 2-4 so ka atre Afenyo Markin and the MPP for say mo di bone ba ko ne say mo atron krata akwa koma judges ne so mo mbra no mo ye vetting. Meanwhile, appointment committee ne kromu nim ho hwe. Sin number 2, you wrote to the nominees setting Wednesday 31st without our input. Then number 3, after we met as a committee and agreed that we will do this vetting before we are recalled, so that during the recall, we will take them, you unilaterally inform them that you have not shifted the 31st. You agreed to Tuesday. And going forward, you will hold it and submit the report to the House. Madam, this is not a banner republic. This is the Republic of Ghana. This is the Black Star of Africa. This is Kwame Nkrumah's Republic of Ghana. Please don't destroy our democracy. At the minimum, You have to give us the opportunity to study the nominees, and the people of Ghana must see us that we are doing our work. We cannot joke with this democracy. It has a rush by force be. Ya from one ba homachi, yen na mo vet ne mo I say minim so mo musro bibi o say den you. So this is the story. Obviously, I'm waiting on Afenyo Markin. Say omonso MPP side no e de omo de beba. But you see, let me remind Afenyo Markin. Ono na saying ntokwasi wo Kenya, obeka kire Ghana parliamentarians say, oh, munhwe DAC wo Kenya no, ni yemfa nhwe yemfa nhwe ye ho, ni yemfa nsa yasa, because I hear here ebi besi wo Ghana. And then okasa ansem ni wi a fan fooling so. Don't try and watch your comment box ni mo be da say.